Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Thank you for joining us once again. We have a special guest with us today. It is Shirin from Newcomer Women's Services. Very nice to have you on our
Thank you. Thanks
podcast.
for inviting me.
Thank you. Okay, so just a quick introduction. Can you introduce your organization and the community that you serve?
Sure. Yep. I am from Newcomer Women's Services. We are an organization founded in 1980s by immigrant Latin women, serving the community, serving women,
Okay.
empowering women, teaching them. We started as an English language program for newcomers, and we also take care of their children on site so that they can learn and there's no impediment to their learning.
Okay.
And we are now about 5 locations across the GTA.
Okay.
We're opening new offices. We have employment services along with a lot of really exciting things.
That's great. Thank you. What challenges do you guys face in terms of women regarding food insecurity?
A lot, actually. We see it in our classrooms. We put out in snacks and stuff in the morning just with the coffee, and you can tell who comes to school hungry and you can
Really?
tell who needs it. And we have women living in shelters. We
Mhm.
have women that are single moms. We have senior women living alone. So food insecurity is a real thing.
Does Ramadan play a factor? Does it make it harder?
It does, because food is more expensive. Inflation rates are crazy. The cost of groceries have gone up and they still need to feed their families, and it needs to be nutritious food.
Yeah.
And you can't always find that at other food places that that they can get support from. So Ramadan poses a very real challenge because they have to sustain themselves throughout the fast and make sure that they are providing nutritious meals for their families.
Makes sense. Yeah. What about Project Ramadan? How does Project Ramadan help your organization?
Project Ramadan is something that our clients look forward to.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Oh, wow.
We
That's good
have
to know.
clients from China, Vietnam, Colombia, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Afghanistan, all over the world, literally every corner of the world. And they are so thankful for the colored baskets that they get, the purple and yellow bags. It's
Yeah.
very exciting. And I actually heard one year from a client that they were so touched by, it was COVID and we were delivering. And they said that they hadn't actually had any chicken in their families for over 8 months.
Wow, that's impactful. And they come obviously from big families, I'm sure, right?
A lot
There's
of them.
people
Yeah.
to feed.
Yeah.
And there's stress,
Of course.
right? That
Of
comes with it that,
course.
hey, we don't have enough. And so Ramadan, obviously, we know that Ramadan's a time where we are, I don't want to say eating more, but it's a more special, time where all these special foods come out, which is fine. It's
Definitely.
kind of interesting, right? That we're
Definitely.
fasting, but you want to be able to provide for your family,
Yes.
right?
And there are food banks available across the GTA, which some of our clients access. However, Project Ramadan is very, very unique because you guys provide food that is culture specific, that they recognize, that they can eat, and it will sustain them for a whole month. It's a lot of really good quality food.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. I think, when we are volunteering, as I've been volunteering for Project Ramadan now for, I don't know, 9 years, um, we're so into the organization of it that sometimes we forget, what are we doing this for? Who are we doing this for, right? And so to hear beneficiaries come and tell us, hey, this organization is making such a big impact.
More than you know.
And it's like, we don't know that,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, through my experience over the 9 years, I have been able to see, bits and pieces of that. But it's just so much of that management that's what we see. So it's so good to hear it from you and, kind of relaying their stories as well. It's really great. And I think that kind of leads us into the dignity part of it.
Yes.
Right. So how does that, play into, I know a lot of people don't want to receive things for free.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So how does that work with them?
Well, dignity is tricky because the people who need it the most don't actually ask for it. So being given this gift that is given once a year, that is such a big gift that they are so thankful and they receive it and they take it home and they just feel so proud to come home with all of these
Yeah.
really good, nutritious, wholesome food. It really elevates them in the status of the home because they don't contribute to the economics of the home as the
Yeah,
male
that's key.
counterparts.
Yeah.
So it makes them feel more proud that they are able to
Wow, that's
contribute.
a new perspective I actually didn't think of. Right? That the women are like, not to say that the man can't provide, but it's they're bringing a piece,
They
right, to
are.
the home.
They are.
It makes them feel good that they're able to provide that.
Feel
Right?
very proud.
So I never really realized that until right now.
Yeah.
So that's a really great thing. I'm actually very happy to hear that. So what would you want donors or supporters to know about Project Ramadan? Like, and what are the importance of supporting us?
This is such a great initiative. Project Ramadan provides nutritious meals for an entire family for
Yeah.
a month, and not a grain of rice goes wasted. Every single thing is used and appreciated and eaten by the entire family. And
Mm,
it makes a huge difference. It really does help
yeah.
with the food insecurity.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm so glad that we partner together and that it's helping, so many women out there that, hey, they just need that initial push, right? That help to get them going, whether that's for Ramadan or for
It's a
whatever
really
month.
beautiful thing. When we give them those colored bags
They
and
look
with
forward to
with
it.
Ramadan Kareem, the non-Muslim clients kind of understand what
Mm,
Ramadan is all about. It's really about
yeah,
feeding people and feeding each other, and it's
yeah.
about community, and that's what Project Ramadan means.
That's amazing. The other point I was going to say is we do have some children that come in and they'll write cards, Eid Mubarak cards or
Oh,
like
that's
Ramadan Kareem cards.
lovely.
We used to do that. I hope we still do that. But that was a really sweet touch. It was written by hand.
That's
Right? And
nice.
then throw it in the bag, and then they get to open something and see that, maybe, unite with their kids too and say, look at, like, kids were also like part of this,
That's right.
right? So yeah, that's really the joy of Project Ramadan, and we're so happy to have you and Newcomer Women's Services as a beneficiary as well. So that's it. That's all our questions for today. I really appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
out and speaking about your organization and how Project Ramadan has helped. Uh, Thanks to our audience. If you would like to support Project Ramadan, just go to projectramadan.com, and we will see you next time.